we have a picture here of a man and woman, and this is Ada, Grandpa Mosbaugh's, Grandpa Harry's sister, and she married R.Z. Teeters, and this must be their wedding picture or a beautiful picture. And they had 2 children, Ruth and a son they called Earl, but they called him Lucky Teeters. He was born in 1901. He attended Noblesville High School, and he delivered the local newspapers, and he was the captain of the basketball team, and had a knack for working on cars. He was known as a daredevil. The man once offered him $300 for him to roll his car, and he took the risk and crashed it. Crowds would gather to see him do these stunts, and as an entertainment to them. And he added motorcycles and cars and did a variety of stunts, and soon traveled all over the world to see Lucky Teeters and the Hell Drive around 1930s. And he became the first stunt car driver in the world and a hometown hero of Noblesville. He performed at the Chicago World Fair in 1938 and at the Indiana State Fair. He jumped cars and semi-trucks, and he would broad jump over several cars at a time. Then the climax of the show by leaping 1.5 tons over 10 taxi cabs and breaking his own world record. The final stunt, his fame, was the roll one and rollover, and he bounced and rolled over 3 cars at a time. His safety belt broke and he crushed him. But quickly he got up and he waved to the crowd. Lucky was a crowd pleaser. He loved Indianapolis 500. In 1938 he entered it, and he finished 19th. He was a strong believer in the Army Emergency Relief Fund and planned to join the Army after the State Fair in 1942. In front of 12,000 people, making the most dangerous jump, the 150-foot rocket car leap at 65 miles per hour, cleared the semi-trailer truck and landed the descending ramp. The car missed the ramp and a few feet. Teeters was crushed to death. And this is his picture. Now, Harry and Lois were married and they had 5 children. In 1920, Harry and Lois lived on a farm just west of Riverwood. At that time, Mike, he was farming 500 and 600 acres, and so he gave each one of the children a farm, or the equivalent, the ones that didn't want the farm. Harry and Lois moved with their family to Noblesville on North 10th Street, and this is the picture of North 10th Street. Mother was about a freshman in high school, and she certainly hated to move. This picture is her, and it's left to right: Miriam Cornelius, Ruby Stern, Mildred Armstrong, Pearl Fleming, Ruth Stern, Opal Mosbaugh, Russell Fleming, Albert Zimmerman, Morris Snyder, and Raymond Morrow. These were some of the kids that were about that age, around 16. Mother went to Refuge Christian Church, and at that time, this is where the picture was, some of their Sunday school class members. Grandpa farmed, bought a farm down there, and that was the house there, the big farmhouse. And he had an orchard, apple orchard, and he would gather up all the apples in a little wagon and take them over to Anderson and have them squeezed into cider. There was nothing any better than that fresh cider that he would have made in the fall. Later on, after he retired from farming, right south of the big farmhouse, had a 3-car garage out in the back. They lived there until their death. He was a flower grower. He loved his flowers.